Lovey. I was literally coming in from my smoke break, meditation, whatnot, and I heard someone say something. It was a goddess energy message, like a reading that she did, right? Oh, and baby, do not mind my little baby fro, you know, just had to go because I didn't have time to get all this down before I just get everything else together for the day. So she was talking about something, and it was basically like how ugly envy is and how ugly jealousy are. And if you know, hopefully you are in my family, my community, you know this, that in regards to like frequencies and like how that works, all those different levels and colors. Anger, jealousy, envy, they're like the lowest of the low, like so unattractive, so nasty. And she kept going on about how overall people, how do I say this to you? It was like a really nice way of saying people are gonna fuck you over regardless because they're envious. Like, obviously, she's a different person. She speaks differently from mommy. So she said it her way. But what I interpreted, what I got out of it, out of the overall message, was regardless if you're a good person or not, people are going to fuck you over just because they're jealous of you. It could be something as stupid as you're taller than someone. You already know mommy's 6 foot. You're taller than someone. And now this bitch is upset with you because you're 6'2" and they are 5'4" and just can't hack it anymore. They're just like, everyone is bigger than me and now I'm mad at all tall people. Like, isn't that a conversation with God? Shouldn't you ask God, like, God, instead of me being out here a low vibing, loser ass, envious, jealous, ill energy mother sucker, why didn't you just make me taller? Isn't that a conversation you're supposed to be having with your creator? And people will get mad at you. They will get mad at you for what you didn't do, for what God did. How that shit make sense? Baby, but like I keep telling you, common sense is not common, but it's a whole lot of common ass motherfuckers out here. So please pay attention. Okay? Pay attention. Because these motherfuckers out here is crazy. Right? Baby. Back in the day, mommy was like super low vibing and no one told anyone about hair relaxers and perms and cancer. And yes, the shit did smell like actual chemicals, like that stuff that you would just be putting together and shoe in some sweat factory in Bangladesh, you know, just harsh chemical ass shit. It smelled like that. And yet people were like, hey, let me not have to go out of my way and do my own child's hair and let me slick it down with this shellac. How about that? They did that shit. Knowing it smelled like death in a jar, and you bought it, and then you put it on your child's head, and then you put it on your head, and then you wonder why everyone's so stupid. Chemicals seeped into your brain, you know? Seeped into your brain. Okay, but look, as I was saying, when I used to do that, when I had that forced on me, when I did not know myself and my own identity, I used to use that shit. And I used to shellac it down, you know, like slick with it, you know? And I had long hair. So long before this whole, woo, everybody has long hair, like, duh, shouldn't we all have long hair? Everyone grows hair. So silly. But mommy said I used to be like, you know, do one of these, you know, pull a bang out and like wrap around my face. My hair was longer. So once I got old enough to cut it, I did. Like I was like, boop, 18. shit. Right? Please don't do that, all right? I love you enough to tell you, just because you're 18 does not mean that you're an adult. All depends on where your mind is at. And let's be real, there's a lot of people out here who are like, not 18, but like 78 and still just as common as a Earl on a corner in the countryside and dumber than 2 box of rocks. Just why? You know? They'll give you that vibe. Just like, why? And, yeah, I cut my hair, right? And I kept cutting my hair. It was like religiously all the time. And don't let me have to like wear a specific style for that day. I might cut it just to like, I need this to lay the way I need. If these 2 inches gotta go, then go. But it was a thing, right? It was a thing. I say all this to say, the reason why I cut it in the first place is I used to have people who had the audacity to be mad at me because my hair was longer than theirs. How the fuck that shit makes sense on any level? Even as a child, when I was younger, in like teens, I used to be like processing some things like, just because you're older and just because you might be a teacher or authority figure, whatever, I don't think anyone's ever told you like, you're stupid. Like you're a dumb person. I don't know who hasn't told you, but like, you're pretty dumb. And I get it. Again, we've all been there, baby. Mommy's been there. Auntie's been there. I don't know what I'm still gonna call myself yet. I'm gonna work on it. I got some years for that though. But you know, I like to be prepared. You know? I think it's gonna be like Nana Z or Mama Z. I like Mama. It's weightier. Mama's like a nice weighted blanket and like a biscuit with honey and strawberry jelly in it. It's just comforting, you know? It's delicious, but look, these mother suckers will hate on you for all types of goofy things. Stuff that has nothing to do with you. Like, it's literally just who you are. Obviously, we're all a star. It's like literally how God created you. They will have an issue. They'll have an issue with you. I don't know how this shit happens, but I'm gonna give you a quick few things, tips, little snacks, right? Of how to give less fucks to envious and jealous folks. How to give less fucks to envious and jealous folks. Okay, so look. Let's see. Baby, I don't know where you are in the world, what you're drinking. Please make sure it's spring water, a little sea salt, some key lime, not just lime, but some key lime if you have it. Make sure it's out of a glass. You know, they be trying to poison our ass with all this plastic and all this other BS. It's on everything and in everything. Weird as fuck. Just nasty. Okay, but look. Know God, okay? Number one thing, to defeat any and all things, know God. You already know mommy's story, went through 35 years of my life not knowing God. Not that I didn't want to. It's just that the Jesus God, everything that people were portraying to me, didn't make sense to me. And nobody took the time to authentically, sincerely talk to me on anything else. It was, you're a Christian or you're gonna go to hell, you know? It was like no in between. And I was like, how are Christians supposed to be like non-judgmental, even in my family? Even in mommy's family. That's how it was. You were either on this team or you're dead. And I was like, that seems extreme to tell a child. I mean, be easy. But they weren't. They were extra. Extra, extra. And then you wonder why I'm extra. But look, okay? I didn't know God throughout this whole time. So I was going through life just thinking, life is hard. Why? Because I didn't have God. So of course, there's no, like that book, of course there's no flow state because I didn't have no God. I have nothing. It was just me walking around here like NPC, just doing me, not knowing anything about anything. Now granted, I know a lot of things, but it was more like walking around in like some sleeper cell type shit, but you gotta act like you're really asleep with everyone else who's asleep, but you're the only one who's awake. So I thought everybody was doing that. You know, I thought it was like, oh yeah, we all just out here getting it, you know, just moving on along to our destination, you know, while we like keep a low profile. That wasn't the case, honey. That was not the case. These motherfuckers was just asleep. Everybody and everything around me was just asleep. And I was like, oh, that's why when I talk to you about this, that, and the third, it seems out of this world, you know? So it's like, okay, cool. I realized that I had to get that. But in the process of that, what you're not realizing is just trying to help people awaken. Oh, wake up. You know, like, they'll get mad at you, okay? Because in their reality, they're an NPC. In their reality, they're special. In their envious little jealous lives, they're called the Joneses. And the Joneses love making everyone look at them, so everyone else around them tries to keep up with them, okay? So they're that type of a gas energy. That low type crap. And you don't want that, okay? You just don't want that. But either way, those energies will be around you 24/7, all around, trying to fuck up your shit. Because sadly, they give more of a shit about what you're doing in your life instead of what they're doing in their lives. All confused, just crazy and confused. Because again, they're NPCs. So you can't walk up to an NPC and shower them with love and attention and affection and care and concern and let's get better, cheerleader coach energy. You can't do that with an NPC. You gotta let them stay asleep, okay? Just, you know, just chime that evil ass molestery sleeping beauty type energy, you know? Just and like the little theme music in the guard, you know, the little gold sparkles, they just mist over everything. It's like that. You gotta let them stay asleep. Just if they nod off, they got a shoulder. Just let them go. Just let them go. Like that big heavy headed baby. They'd be like, they be like that. Just let their wobbly head ass just go to slump. Sleep. Go sleep. Just let them sleep. Because all they're gonna do is drag you down into their nightmare. And their nightmare is their life. Because they're a loser. They don't have God. They don't meditate. They don't pray. They don't know anything in any other type of way other than their own crazy confusion and their own delusion. Okay? They're nutty. Nuttier than two squirrels in the summertime. Okay? Nutty. And I hope if you're my child, you don't know what that reference was because you're my child. So you're better. Your mama auntie wasn't on that. But again, grew up in the Bay, grew up in Vegas, and everybody's trying to offer you a bump and not on the dance floor. So just pay attention to the shit people give you. Side note, back to what I was saying before. Know God, because these demons, they don't know God. They don't know themselves. So it's like, how do you not know thyself and you don't know God, but you got the audacity to be mad at me. Don't you have things to check before you be looking at somebody else? Like, they're not checking their situation with God and how they are spirituality, because they don't got no spirituality. On top of that, they don't even know who they are. But then the third thing on your mind is you all up in my time because you don't got nothing to do. I promise you, these people are so weird. Like, they're so weird, baby. So I really just need you to pay attention and know God, because that alone is like, pew, like, pew. Superman that shit. You know, you like springboard so much faster in life when you know God. And God knows you. Because, I mean, be real, God got a lot of children. And if you're that one, you know, in the back of the class, don't want to come to class, don't want to be on your spiritual practices, you want to show up late, you don't want to show up when God tells you to do something, you know, you want to eat whatever you want to do, party and do whatever you want to do, and then show up like, God, please, please, help me, please, don't let me drink again, and your stupid ass out there doing it again. Hey, I know it's a process, I get it. All about the psychology, be studying the mind, but sometimes you got to take accountability. And let me not lie, it's not sometimes, all the time we have to take accountability, okay? So don't be out here trying to do goofy stuff and think you're going to get good rewards for doing goofy stuff. Goofy shit, goofy actions will get you goofy shit and goofy actions, okay? Like, mommy damn near didn't even pass chemistry, you know? It wasn't me. It wasn't me. I'm working on it. But back then, it wasn't me. But what I did learn in chemistry is that no time ever can you take a motherfucking negative and a goddamn positive and then still get a positive. So don't do that goofy shit, okay? If I know those little basics, you know those basics. You want good in, you get good out. Love in, love out. Light in, light out. And then you'll know what I'm talking about, okay? Just know God and just do better, okay? Whatever it is you do, then just step it up to 2. 1%, 2%, just hike that shit up. Just do more, okay? That's the first thing to help you defeat these loser ass, devious, enemy, thing, jealous, bleh, 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 bleh. Those nasty bastards. What up, Adam Sandler? I'm gonna go watch a movie. Okay, 2, boo. This is what you need. This is what you gotta do. Know yourself, okay? Now, next to knowing God, which is pretty much easy to come to, if you're not hard-headed, I'm stubborn as shit. So, you know, it took me 34 years, you know what I'm saying? There's some people out here in their 60s and they still haven't come to God. Like, they show up and they go to church and they the deacon and they on the treasury and they be like, ooh, counting to 3 and thinking they doing big shit, counting other people's, you know, hard-earned money and shit. But they still some of the biggest demon deacons you'll ever meet. So stay on your toes and on your feet. Wake up, okay? Pay attention. Now look, knowing yourself, again, is going to be one of the hardest things you'll ever do. However, on the flip side of that, it's going to be the best thing you ever did. It's like, whoa, like, I don't know what level of your life are you on. I don't know if you ever done like ayahuasca or like out here eating them sexy mushrooms, whatever it is you do. I don't know, okay? No judgment. But it's like on a super nice, relaxed, like, man, the world really is beautiful. Like, all the trash shit that's out here, like when you look down at the evilness and the pedophilia and the psychos and the molesters and the rapists and the nasty energy, fucktard losers, it's like, man, the world is so ugly. It's like, when you work on knowing yourself, you like look up and it's like, damn, B, this is what life be. Whew. It's beautiful, okay? So like the same effect, like taking a nice little Cheeto trip on some stuff. You feel like that, like all the time though. And you don't have to go out and like chase this high or chase a fix. Like you are it. You're in it. And you just feeling this like, hey. You just want to like shout out to Ralph Smart, you know, do a little samba baby, you know, and you feel good like that all the time. But if you're out of your mind and you out here, not like you and me, but you out here on some NPC, they'll look at you like, boo boo, cuckoo, cuckoo, and be mad at you because you're not an NPC, babe. They'll be big mad because you had the audacity to do the work to know yourself. Like, how you mad at me because I'm not lazy? Bitch, you know? And you just want to like, you know, just, honey, it gets annoying. It's so annoying. But I'm telling you, I am telling you, when you pass that, you know, like that roller coaster, like you hitting up, you get it, like you feel it, it's coming. And you get there, you're like, let's do this shit. Boom. And you just like hit it. That's how life be feeling. And it's just like, you be all over the place. And it's like, yes, I lost the earring, but I get it back. Yes, I lost my shades on that bitch, but it was so much fun. Yes, my hair is a mess, and your whole weave just flew out and hit that broad in the face. But I'm having fun. You know, it's like that. That's how life is. 24/7 when you know yourself. And again, they'll be mad at you. And they can't help it, boo. I mean, let's be real. Everyone has their own ability to take accountability, but most people don't be, so don't be mad. They're probably not going to take accountability. Life. Or c'est la vie. So, don't worry, man. Just know yourself, okay? Because again, they're going to be so salty. Like some bad seaweed made soup salty. Not good. And they're going to be mad for the simple fact that you had the audacity to be better, be. Like, they'll be big mad at you. So, regardless of what you do, just keep working on that. And the more, again, you work on knowing God, knowing yourself, hopefully that didn't mess up anything, okay? Put on airplane mode. Why is shit still coming through? You know, they'll still be trying to get to you. All that energy, they still gonna be trying to get to you. But look, know God, work on knowing yourself. There's so many tips and tricks, whatever you want to call it, steps, okay, to knowing yourself. I'm still putting something together where I have a whole, like, a list. I don't want to just do a list. I don't know, depending on your age, I might start having you do it at like 15. Maybe 15 or 16. I'll put something together, like a little course or something to help you better know yourself. So you can get off on the right foot. So you don't take 35 goddamn years like I did to know God to then start working on knowing yourself. This way we can, you know, fast track that shit. And you can do what I did in 5 years instead of 35 years. Because, like men say, ain't nobody got time. Okay? Ain't nobody got time for that. So, yeah, I think that's what I'll do. I'll make sure you're like 15, 16, and then put that together. Have a course together for you so you can take it. So you can get to know yourself. Because again, it will be the best thing you ever did. People can't punk you out your self-esteem. They can't tell you this or, oh, what I mean is, nah, bitch, you said that shit, you meant that shit, you thought that shit before you said that shit, and then you still said it. And then you had the audacity to laugh, smile, and smirk about it. Peasant be gone, okay? I'm gonna need you to get on that level where you just like, beep, beep, dismiss them, okay? You came through this life by yourself. You're going to leave by yourself. Even if you was a twin, even if you was a triplet, let's be real. Only one of y'all came through one time, one at a time, down the slide, one at a time. Don't get crazy out here, one at a time. So you're still gonna do this by yourself. So just get over it, okay? Learn to get way better at dismissing these folks, cut them off, because the faster you do that, the faster you can get up that ladder to not just help yourself, so now you can help all of humanity. And you won't be out here being selfish, because that's not cute. Regardless of what anyone tells you, just do it for yourself, all about yourself. That selfish energy will get you more selfish energy, and again, ain't nobody got time for that. You're connected to me, I'm connected to you. It is what it is, boo. Get over yourself. Get over yourself, okay? I love you. And that's why I'm telling you the truth, because I love you. And yeah, because I love you, I want you to get better and do better, okay? I'm working on getting better every day. You know, I don't have no type of hypocrisy, not around me. And as soon as I do, I'll be like, oh, that's not cute. Huh? You said what? You said what to yourself? That's not cute. Dismiss. You know, I check that shit. So if I'm going to do that for myself, I need you to do that for you too. It don't make sense for me to be out here doing all of my work, but you not out here doing your work, okay? This is a collective, a honeycomb ass prism of all this shit, and we all connected. So stop being lazy. Again, with love, stop being lazy. Don't nobody have time. I love you. Okay, I'm gonna go eat a piece of fruit. Okay, I love you. Eat your veggies, the real ones. Please research. Boop. Please research the real fruits and veggies. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna tell you. Okay, I love you, love you. I'll talk to you later. And you already know, mommy's always here. Auntie is always here. Your big cousin's always here whenever you need me, whenever you want to chat with me. You're my family. So don't ever get it twisted. Like no nasty plastic candy. Don't get it twisted like that fake stuff, okay? I'm here for you. And I love you because you're my lovey. And as long as you love me, I'm gonna love you. And that's how it is, boo. You know, I don't really be saying boo like that. I mean, I do say boo like that, but I don't mean it like, you know? I don't mean it like in no disrespect. So, yeah. Anyways, lovey, I gotta go. Love you. Know yourself. Again, that will help ward off the low vibing, loser, envious energy entities. Because even when they try to attach to you, your vibration will be so high that you'd be like, bye. Because they're losers. And they should stay below you because they're trying to bring you down like crabs in a bucket. And they're not cute. But you're adorable. So, yeah, anyhow, love you. Later, lovey.